you might just get lucky. It smells like a dessert. I'm never using a razor again. I'm not telling you right now to go to the store and pick up a bottle of Nair. And people are like, really? It's that simple? Like, girl, don't do that. Period. Hey y'all, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. If y'all new here, my name is Josie. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already subscribed, because if you don't want to see me now, girl, you're gonna want to see me later. I'm bringing all the positive energy and I'm addicting, I promise. So, as you can tell by the title of this video, today we're going to be doing my 2026 Feminine Hygiene Routine video. This video has been a long-awaited video, at least for me, because I just love talking about like my hygiene routines and putting you guys on the good stuff. I'm excited to do this. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of the video and all of the details of what I use, I am going to put a disclaimer in here that not all products will work for everybody. Everybody's body is different. Everybody has a different skin type. Do I wish everything would work for everybody? Yes, but that is not the case, and that's not how life works. So, things that I use may not work for you, but this is what works for me and my routine. So, without further ado, let's get into it. We are going to talk about everything from our shoulders down to our toes, pH health, menstrual cycles, and more. So let's just get started. Starting with our armpits and armpit care, let's go into deodorant and antiperspirant and the difference between that. So, in case you didn't know, there is a difference between antiperspirant and deodorant. Antiperspirant has aluminum in it, while deodorant does not. So, if you see deodorant, it means it has no aluminum in it, and if you see antiperspirant, it means it has aluminum in it. So, I use deodorant. This is my current deodorant that I use. It is the aluminum-free pomegranate and lemon verbena scent. I love this scent. It is such a fresh, fruity scent. When I smell it, it reminds me of like a tropical forest with like fruit on trees and coconuts and just like the tropics, and I absolutely love that. I am all for the tropics. If I could be somewhere warm, I'd be in the Bahamas, but are we in the Bahamas? No. So, bring the Bahamas to you. But I am somebody that needs to switch scents and formulas for deodorants. So my backup is the Dove Aluminum Free Cucumber and Green Tea scent. Again, this is a deodorant. It is aluminum free, but this is more of like a fresh, clean, very minimal scent. When I smell this, I think of like a field of grass and flowers and just like water, creeks, waterfalls. Like, it's a very clean scent, and I love clean, fresh scents. Don't get me wrong, I do love my fruity scents, but the next scent that I'm absolutely gonna grab off the shelf is a fresh, clean smelling scent. So these are my go-to deodorants. Both of them are aluminum free. Again, deodorant has no aluminum in it, and antiperspirant has aluminum in it. So if you didn't know that, now you do. But these are the two deodorants that I use. Again, as I said, I have to switch them because sometimes they stop working and you just need a little reset. So that is what I use. Next, we're gonna get into exfoliating and what I use to exfoliate. I do have a winter scent and a summer scent. So we're gonna start with winter. For my exfoliation, I like to use the brand Tree Hut Sugar Scrubs. I think they work really, really good, for me at least. I put them on and I get out of the shower and my skin is just smooth and moisturized and it smells good. So this is the Tree Hut Vanilla Shea Sugar Scrub. It has vanilla and oat kernel extracts in it, which smell so good. I love fresh. You can definitely smell the oat, but you can definitely smell the vanilla. I am a shea butter, cocoa butter, vanilla girl, especially in the winter. It's just like a very warm scent. I feel like that's my signature scent in the winter. That's what I layer on, as you will see by later on in this video. But this is my winter scent. Again, it leaves my skin feeling super smooth, moisturized, and clean. So that's what I use for that. And then my summer scent, I still use a Tree Hut Sugar Scrub, but I use a different scent, and I use a floral scent. So I use the Sun Kissed Poppy sugar scrub, and it has notes of magnolia, white lily, and shea butter in it. I just love the way this smells. It is definitely a very clean scent. It reminds me when I smell this of like somebody that just got out of the shower, when it smells like fruity in the air but floral and they're like super clean. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. So you already know I'm all about that clean scent. So of course I love this one, and as I said before, it leaves your skin feeling super smooth. It's always a great idea to exfoliate before you shave. That will help you avoid ingrown hairs, razor burns, razor bumps, all of that stuff. Exfoliation does more than you think it does, so grab yourself an exfoliator if you're not exfoliating. Next, we are going to go into my exfoliation gloves. So I just got 13 pairs of exfoliating gloves, and let me tell you, these work. And I like that these have handles so you can hang them up after you're done using them in the shower to drip dry. These are so nice to use on your whole body. If you self-tan, these are nice to have to get off the self-tanner to use before you put on self-tanner. It's just another super nice way to get all the dead skin cells off and just feel smooth. Like, it leaves your whole body feeling smooth. So this is my exfoliating glove, and I always, no matter what, I will always throw it away after 3 weeks of use because it contains bacteria. You're basically scrubbing off dead skin cells, and that will linger in the glove. So it's a really good idea to throw it away after a month. If you're keeping it after a month, there's something wrong and you just need to just throw it out. Like, girl, don't do that. That's disgusting. Throw it away. So I use this, and I use it on my arms, my armpits especially, and then I will use it for my downstairs area to exfoliate. But when you're exfoliating, you always want to exfoliate the way that your hair grows. I cannot stress that enough. If you're exfoliating your downstairs with circular motions, your hair does not grow that way. So it is the most pointless thing that you're doing downstairs is to exfoliate wrong. So always exfoliate the way that your hair grows. You don't have to scrub. You just exfoliate gently, get all the dead skin cells off. That'll also leave your skin down there feeling super smooth, which we love. So I use exfoliating gloves, and you can get them on Amazon. I got all of mine on Amazon. Again, I will have these linked down below. They come in multiple different colors, or you can get black, but these are all the colors that they gave me to use, which I love. So I use that. Next, we're gonna get into body wash, and I have 2 different body washes. I'm gonna start with my winter scent first. I'm always gonna start with my winter scent whenever I'm moving to something new, so just keep that in mind. But this is my all-time favorite body wash. This is the Dove Pampering Body Wash. It has notes of vanilla and shea butter, so you already know I'm gonna add another layer to me smelling like vanilla. Oh, it just smells so good. I love this scent. This is a scent that I will always have in my house and for my showers. Doesn't matter if it's winter or summer, I will still always have this in my house because it just smells so good, and it's one of my favorite scents to use. I love that Dove is also dermatologist recommended, and that it moisturizes your skin so your skin feels smooth, especially after you exfoliate. So this is the Dove Pampering Shea Butter and Vanilla. And then my summer scent is the St. Ives Pink Lemon and Mandarin Orange scent. This does have exfoliation in it, and this is one of the products that I just restocked because I was out of and I didn't even know. But it smells so good. Again, it's another fruity scent, so you're gonna smell really good when you get out of the shower. But I do like that it also has little exfoliation beads in it, so even when you're washing yourself and you forget to exfoliate, or you don't feel like exfoliating with a sugar scrub, you can use this and it'll still exfoliate your body gently. So I love that. It just smells so good. And I keep saying this, I don't know how many more times I'm gonna say it, but I'm a fruity girl, but I love clean scents. So this is definitely that. Next, we are gonna go into your Body Addy Sacred Area cleansing routine. All right, so this is what I do. These are the products that I use that have not given me any sort of issue, especially for downstairs. I know downstairs is a very sensitive area, so you want to be very careful and cautious about what you're putting down there to keep it clean. So the first thing that I do is I use the Honey Pot Sensitive Foaming Daily Wash. I love Honey Pot. I love that Honey Pot is made by women for women. It literally says on the side, made by humans with vaginas for humans with vaginas, because it takes one to know one, and that is so true. I am a girl's girl, but I love the ingredients are plant derived, so everything in here is organic, and it's not gonna throw your pH off. It's not fragrance, and it's gentle and non-irritating, which is everything that I'm for, especially for downstairs. Why would you want to be irritated or itchy after you use a product? Like, no, that is the most uncomfortable thing ever. So I always use the sensitive formula because you just always want to be cautious down there. You never know how you're going to react to something, so always start out with sensitivity first. So I use that, and then I will take a washcloth and I will go in with my Dove Sensitive fragrance-free hypoallergenic bar of soap. This is important because you really want it to be fragrance-free. Again, you don't want to throw your pH balance off, but you also will get this relief because it's moisturizing down there. So this is what I use. And then we are gonna go into hair removal and shaving. So recently I have switched to Nair, and I literally said this word for word. I don't know why I haven't done this sooner. I'm never using a razor again. Nair is a lifesaver for me. I love Nair. It only takes 10 minutes, but it is the fastest thing ever, and it gets rid of so much hair. You don't have to worry about cuts, nicks, razor burns, razor bumps, any of that stuff, because its formula disintegrates the hair's root. So when you wipe it off, it just pulls the hair out without any pain, and you're smooth and bald, and it's lovely. I love it. So for my downstairs, I use this. This is the Nair Bikini Cream hair removal with green tea, so it's not irritant. It doesn't throw your pH balance off. Again, you're not shoving it up there, but you are using it down there, so you do want to be cautious about what the ingredients are, but it will leave you smooth. I did it the other night. It works. So that is what I use. And then for my body and my legs or anywhere else that I want to use hair removal, I use the body cream Soothing Aloe and Water Lily scented hair removal. This stuff is wonderful, literally. I put it on my legs. My legs are so smooth. It's moisturizing. It's a whole different experience. So if you've never used Nair, I'm not telling you right now to go to the store and pick up a bottle of Nair. Do it on your own time, but it is definitely life-changing. Just putting that out there. So again, this is the one that I use. And then next we're gonna go into the razors that I use. For a while I was using men's razors, but that can get kind of expensive, so I just switched back to the Bic Soleil 5-blade razors. This is what I got. I think they're like $3 at Walmart, so it's not a bad price. Still kind of expensive for two, but I don't use anything less than, I think, four blades, because I want my legs to be smooth and buttery, and just, who wants hair down there? Nobody wants hair on your legs. It's But trust me, I know when you are lazy, you don't want to shave. This is what I go to when I'm lazy and I don't feel like using a razor. I'll just put lotion on, then I'll get in the shower, rinse it off, and my legs are already smooth. So This is my backup. And then I also use this on my armpits. Sometimes I will nair on my armpits, but it's very rarely that I will nair on my armpits because my armpits are sensitive to things and I don't want to have them break out in irritation or a rash because I put nair on my armpits. So sometimes I will do it, but I don't do it every single time. I will more than likely grab a razor to shave my armpits. Now, with shaving, you need shaving cream or shaving butter. So I use the EOS Cashmere Skin Shave Cream, butter, cream, same thing. This is what the bottle looks like. It is shea butter, so it smells delicious. It's shea butter, cocoa butter, and argan butter. Tell me that does not go with my winter scents. You're wrong, because it's shea butter and vanilla, cocoa butter, literally. So that is what I use to shave my armpits and my legs when I'm not nearing. Next, we're gonna get into the period products for your menstrual cycle. It is always a good idea to track your menstrual cycle, whether you just put a red dot in your Google Calendar or you use a tracking app like Flow. I use Flow and I've been using Flow for years. It is a period tracking app that allows you to put in different moods and feelings, emotions, your sleep cycle, anything like that that will affect your period, whether you're having heavy cramps, light cramps, no cramps at all, or any other feeling or emotion that you're having. You can track it in the app and it will give you different descriptions of why you feel like that, what food you should be eating, and things like that while you're on your cycle so you feel better and not in pain. So I use that, but when I am on my cycle, I do not always love to use tampons. I will use pads, and the pad that I use, the brand is called L Organic Cotton. I will not use anything but organic cotton because I don't want to throw my pH balance off. I'm already sort of off balance with my pH because I am on my cycle, so anything I can do to keep my cycle as normal as possible and my pH as normal as possible, I'm gonna do. So these are winged pads. I like that they're so tiny and they're not super bulky. As you can see, they're thin, really thin, but you do feel that sense of security when you're wearing it. They are winged, as I said, and I love the ingredients are so easy. There's about 6 ingredients in this and 4 in the tampons. In case you're wondering what it is, I have it right here written down, and I got that from their website. That's how open they are about what products and materials they're using with their product because they want to be transparent, just like me. So I'm gonna read it off in case you're wondering and you want to know. So in the pads, they use 7 ingredients. They use cellulose, which is the fiber in the pad that will absorb the moisture. They use cotton, also in the fibers that are used to absorb the moisture. They use hot melt adhesive, and that is for the wings so they stick. Their wings actually stick and they don't peel off, so you don't have to worry about your pad shifting around while you're wearing it. They use polyethylene, which is used for the plastic backing to keep the moisture from bleeding through. They use polypropylene, which is used to shape the pad and the wings. And then they use titanium dioxide, which is used to keep the cotton white, and glycerin, which keeps the pad smooth so there isn't any irritation while you're wearing it down there. So that is literally the ingredients in this of what I am holding. There's 7 simple ingredients, and you would think there's a lot more because the plastic, right? No. Then I also use the tampons. I use the regular and super, but the ingredients in the tampon is only 4 things. So the first thing is cotton. Cotton is the #1 ingredient for both of their products. The brand is based on organic cotton, which I love. The next one is polyester, which is used in the fiber of the tampon and the tampon string. Then glycerin to keep it smooth for easy insertion and removal. And then paraffin, which is the wax, which is used to the string, I believe. So that is literally the ingredients of what I use down there for my period care and menstrual cycle. And then to stay fresh down there while I'm on my cycle, because we all know that when you are on your cycle, you shower every day, multiple times a day, because you're gross and you're bleeding and you just feel disgusting. To freshen up, I use the Honey Pot Sensitive Wipes. Their pH balance, again, Honey Pot is made by women for women, and all of their products are plant derived, so they're organic, which I love. And these are the individually wrapped ones, so if you're on your cycle, you literally just pull one out, stick it in your pocket or your purse, and you have it with you, your backpack, your work bag, whatever. They're nice and tiny, so they're literally the tiniest things ever, but it'll keep you fresh and clean longer until you're able to go home from work. So these are what I use to refresh. And then I also like to keep my pH balance in line. I've had UTIs before. They aren't fun. I bet a lot of women on here watching have had UTIs. Let's be honest. They're very uncomfortable. They hurt. It's not fun to get a UTI, and it can cause bigger problems as well. So I also use the Azo cranberry gummies. I'll put a picture of them right here on the screen. They didn't have any in stock at Target when I went to restock my products, but this is what the bottle looks like. They taste like cranberry juice. If you're not a fan of cranberry juice, just take a gummy, but it keeps your pH balance in line. If you don't want to buy these, just get a bottle of cranberry juice. I'm telling you, it works. So that is what I take. And then even when you're on your cycle, the biggest thing you should be doing and the most obvious thing you should be doing is staying hydrated and drinking your water. If you're not drinking your water, you're not helping yourself. You're only harming yourself. So make sure you drink water, because it also helps your skin and your body stay in the tip-top shape. So drink your water. Please ignore my dog. He is barking at nothing. All right, on to the last couple of items that I use with my routine. So while I'm on my period care, menstrual cycle care topic, after I get off of my period and I'm done bleeding, I will use a PhD women's suppository, because this will get your pH balance back in line and you'll just feel so much better. You won't have to be stressing about it. Yes, I take other precautions too, but these are something quick and easy to use when you go to bed. You just shove one up there and you go to bed, and then in the morning you'll feel so much better. So keeps odor away and all of that stuff too. This is what the bottle looks like. It's a boric acid, and the ingredients is literally boric acid and gelatin. It looks like a pill, but it's not. Don't take one as a pill, but it's just this tiny little thing, super easy. It's smaller than a tampon, but it will make you feel fresh. And then there are products that I use after I get out of the shower. Again, layering your scent so it lasts longer and you smell good all day long. That is what we're going for. So I will use a body oil, and then I'll put a moisturizer on, and then I'll put a body mist on or a perfume on. So the body oil that I am currently using is the Infinite Beauty Vanilla Latte Nourishing Body Oil. It has notes of vanilla, mocha, and amber. You guys, run to TJ Maxx and grab this, or look it up online. You smell like a dessert. Like, I am telling you. Put that on while your body is still damp right when you get out of the shower. Oh my gosh, you'll smell good until you wake up in the morning. It smells so good. It's like a dessert. When I put this on, Logan goes crazy because I just smell so good. He asked me what that is, and I was like, it's my new body oil. And he was like, really? It smells like a dessert. And I was like, period, because that's exactly what you want. You want to smell tasty and delicious. All right, and then for our moisturizer, I use the Up and Up brand Extra Radiance Cocoa Butter Body Lotion. You can get the Vaseline one, but it's literally the same exact thing as this. You're just saving a little bit of money. So It's not greasy, and it will leave your skin feeling nice and smooth and hydrated when you wake up. So I put my body oil on, and then I put on my lotion just to lock in that extra layer of scent at night. I really wish my dog would shut up. And then the last thing I do for my body is the body mist. So this is the current one that I'm using, is the Vanilla Bean Noel. It smells like vanilla ice cream. It smells so good. So if you use this body oil and the moisturizer and then put this on, you might just get lucky. But no, really, I have people complimenting me based on my smell. I literally had a guy one time be like, "What are you wearing?" And I was like, my work uniform. And he's like, "No, like, what scent do you wear?" And I was like, "Oh, that's like my whole routine." So it does work, and you will get compliments, because I definitely have, even by old men, unfortunately. And then now we're gonna move on to the last few steps, foot care, because you can't forget about your feet. Nobody wants cracked, dry, crusty feet in the bed on them. Disgusting. Plus, you just need to always maintain your feet as well in between pedicures, because pedicures are nice, but they will not cut it. You need to take extra care as well. So in between your pedicures, you literally, all you need to do is grab a foot brush like this, file down the dead skin off your foot. Do it right after you get out of the shower while your skin is still soft from the water. You'll get off all of the dead skin. And then you put lotion on your feet. You just rub in some nice lotion, and then you put a sock on and you go to bed, and you'll wake up and have smooth feet. That's all it is. Bada bing, bada boom. And people are like, "Really? It's that simple?" And yet they still won't take the time to moisturize their feet. So then they wake up and they're like, "My feet are not smooth." Honey, nobody can help you but yourself. It's literally lotion and a sock, and you go to bed. And boom, smooth feet. I'm telling you right now. And your feet will smell good because you're putting on cocoa butter. So all the way from your head to your toe, you will be smelling good. And that is how you layer your scents. But that is literally it for this video. If you guys found everything helpful, or want to know more, or have questions about certain products or anything from this video, comment down below and I will do my best to answer them. Again, I will have some of the products linked down below. But that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Only been a few hours, but it feel like days. Only been days, but it feel like months.